Come on in.
I heard the alarm this morning, but there's no time to snooze. Time to open my eyes, time to moisturize, and tie my lace-up shoes. Soon a friend dropped by to see me. She said, "You're some cleaning whiz. You look so happy and you dress so snappy. Come on, tell me what your secret is." I said, "I'm a fly baby, flapping these pretty wings. I'm a fly baby, sticking to my routines. And it won't be perfect tomorrow, and it won't be perfect next year, but I'm still flying, baby, getting my life in gear. Do 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 do. I kick back after working, 'cause things are looking fine. The kids are screaming, this house is cleaning, and wow, that sink sure shines. But I still have piles of clutter, 'cause I'm not Superman. But not downhearted, I'm just getting started, and I jump in where I am. 'Cause I'm a fly baby, flapping these pretty wings. I'm a fly baby, sticking to my routine.
Bum, bum, bum.
And it won't be perfect tomorrow, and it won't be perfect next year, but I'm still flying, baby, getting my life in gear.
Key change.
I'm a fly baby, flapping these pretty wings. I'm a fly baby, sticking to my routine. And it won't be perfect tomorrow, and it won't be perfect next year, but I'm still flying, baby, get my life in gear. Oh, get my life in gear. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
You just have to laugh when you hear that. Anyway, I have a praise report this morning. Esther sent me a picture. Oh, that's not the picture. Of the children in the waiting room getting ready to have their examinations and all their vaccines to come to the USA. They're just such wonderful children, so polite and so mannerly. I am really proud of them. And Ezra is right in the middle. See the little fella? He's the one y'all prayed for when he was born prematurely in China when Esther was working there. She taught English as a second language. Anyway, we're just excited and getting ready for them to come to the USA. And it's going to be okay. Let's calm ourselves down and slow down the chat, and let's go to the Lord in prayer. Are you ready? Dear Father in heaven, thank you for all your many wonderful blessings. Thank you for allowing Esther and the children to come to the USA. I know they'll be here before we know it. Thank you for this day. Thank you for the rain. Thank you for everything that you give us without us even asking. You tell us that We have not because we ask not. Thank you for giving us that avenue to come to you in prayer. The Bible is your way of speaking to us, but prayer is our way of speaking to you. Thank you so much for this wonderful platform you have given me to help teach the world about you. Thank you for the kindness that's in the hearts of all fly babies everywhere. Keep them safe. Show them that the way to peace is getting rid of the chaos in their lives. Forgive us of our sins. Keep us safe from harm and from evil. And put a smile on our faces because of you, Lord. And all these things we ask in Jesus' holy name. Amen. Wow. Now, Proverbs. I had a recommendation this morning that next month when we read Proverbs, that we read from a different version of the Bible. And my sister Patty just sent me the Passion New Testament, the Passion translation of the New Testament. And the person that recommended it to me, I don't have her name right in front of me. Let me see if I can find it. Peggy. Her name's Peggy. My mother's name was Peggy. So today's the 27th day of July. It's Esther's father's birthday. And Julie, Ben's girlfriend, his caretaker when he passed away, Julie, she sent me a song this morning by Sandy Patty, and it was a beautiful, beautiful song. Let me see if I can find the name of that, which started my morning out. It was called Another Time, Another Place. And look up Sandy Patty and Another Time, Another Place. And as Sandy was singing this song, I was reminded of a song we sang in Bible school and in Sunday school. Heaven is a beautiful place filled with glory and grace. I want to see my Savior's face. Heaven is a beautiful place. Well, I know people who have had near-death experiences who saw the pureness of heaven. I also know people who have had near-death experiences and they saw the pain and suffering in the other place. So get your life right with the Lord. That's all I got to say. Get your life right with the Lord. So let's go to chapter 27. Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring. Let another praise you and not your own mouth, someone else and not your own lips. Stone is heavy, but sand a burden, but provocation by a fool is heavier than both. Anger is cruel and fury overwhelming, but who can stand before jealousy? But who can stand before jealousy? Better to open rebuke than hidden love. Wounds from a friend can be trusted, but the enemy multiplies kisses. He who is full loathes honey, but the hungry, even that is bitter, tastes sweet. Like a bird that strays from its nest is a man who strays from his home. Perfume and incense bring joy to the heart, and the pleasantness of one's friend springs from his earnest counsel. Do not forsake your friend and the friend of your father. Do not go to your brother's house when disaster strikes you. Better a neighbor nearby than a brother far away. Be wise, my son. Bring joy to my heart. Then I can answer another one who treats me with contempt. The prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and suffer for it. Take the garment of one who puts up security for a stranger. Hold it in pledge if he does it for a wayward woman. If the man loudly blesses his neighbor early in the morning, it will be taken as a curse. A quarrelsome wife is like a constant dripping on a rainy day. Restraining her is like restraining the wind or grasping oil with the hand. And iron sharpens iron, so the man sharpens another. He who tends a fig tree will eat its fruit. He who looks for his master will be honored. As water reflects a face, so a man's heart reflects the man. My granny always said, pretty is as pretty does. Death and destruction are never satisfied, and neither are the eyes of a man. A crucible for silver and the furnace for gold, but man is tested by the praise he receives. Though you grind a fool in a mortar, grinding him like grain with a pestle, you will not remove his folly from him. Be sure you know the condition of your flocks. Give careful attention to your herds, for the riches do not endure forever, and a crown is not secure for all generations. When the hay is removed, the new growth appears, and the grass from the hills is gathered in. The lambs will provide you with clothing, the goats with the price of the field. You will have plenty of goat's milk to feed you and your family and to nourish your servant girls. Wow, I'm just blown away by how beautiful these verses are. We have 3 more chapters to go, y'all. 3 more chapters. And then we're going to start in the Passion Version, because the New Testament my sister sent me is it's the New Testament along with Psalms and Proverbs. Couldn't get better than that. Okay, folks. Now for our Babystep book. We're going to do this again next month. I like this habit. It's going well for me. Today is the 27th. What's for dinner? If you think about this at 10 a.m., you will know the answer. Isn't that the truth? Get it on your calendar. You're really going to fly when you know what's for dinner. And get your calendars. Let me talk to you about get your calendars. We have 2 sizes. We have the big one and the little one. Get your calendars now. And these are great for menu planning. The little one is great for your private things like your weight and maybe menu planning. Get your calendars ordered. August is going to be here on Sunday. So get it ordered today and you'll have it in hand. Also, the Swish and Swipe packages that are on sale, that sale will be ending on August the 4th. Next month's habit is going to be laundry. So let's get those washers and dryers ready to go, because we're going to be doing a load or more a day. We're going to get caught up. We're going to get it done because that's the easiest way to get ready for school in the morning is to have clean underwear. Okay, let's see. It's plan and play day. It's Tuesday. And when you plan your menus, when you plan, and let's talk about that for a little bit. You don't think you need to do that, but this is the only way you can save real money in your home. It's the only way to save real money is to plan your menus. Now, I like to buy the butcher box or Moink. You can get enough meat to last a long time. You can either have it come every 2 weeks or have every month. I like the month ones. And you got a good assortment of chicken. You got a good assortment of beef. You got a good assortment of pork and fish. And I would never buy fish, but it comes in and I get it and we cook it sometimes. So planning your menus is going to save you money. And if you don't have to buy meat at the grocery store, you actually have frozen meat in your freezer. You just look at your menu plan, pull it out of the freezer the night before or the day before, and have it ready to go. Utilize your indentured servants, as Leanne says, your crock pot, your Instapot, your rotisserie. There's lots of ways to cook meal. I like my crock pot. I love my crock pot. And it's just been, having your plan to your menus. Now, you can have a basic weekly plan to your menus. Monday can be Mexican, or Taco Tuesday, or Wednesday is clean out your refrigerator day with surprise chicken. Make surprise chicken. A Thursday is soup and sandwiches. It's as fall gets here, that's soups in the fall are my favorite, and some nice sandwiches. But you can plan for leftovers. Let's just say on Sunday you put a beef roast in your crock pot. You get it going. You put potatoes and carrots and onions, and you make a great, wonderful gravy for it. And you cook this nice beef roast. And you only have about half of it for dinner on Sunday. But you got some leftovers. So you've got potatoes and carrots. You can chop up those potatoes and carrots. You can chop up that beef. Or you can slice that beef and make an open face sandwich with the gravy over it and with some mashed potatoes, and you've got another meal. And then you can take all the leftovers and turn it into beef stew or a big pot of soup. So you're planning for your leftovers. So having a nice piece of beef that is more than what. Now, if you have to throw it away, as my granny always said, when you throw food in the trash, you're throwing dollar bills in the trash can, in the garbage. So utilize those leftovers. My granny always kept a milk carton in her freezer, just a waxed milk carton. I have a Tupperware ice cream container that I utilize for this. And she would take that leftover gravy, a little smidge of butter beans, or a little bit of corn that was left over, and instead of throwing it away, she'd put it in the freezer in this container. And when the container got full, that was her cue to make soup. So she would have this full container of leftovers, little pieces of beef, little pieces of potatoes, little bits of carrots here and there, and she would make soup out of it. And Granny made the best soup. So planning meals, not just for your in-laws coming, but all the time, is going to save you a lot of money. And you need to plan for your breakfast when you're getting the kids ready to go to school. You can You can do a lot of things with the crock pot, even make oatmeal. And you can cook that you can make the oatmeal that is stone cut. It's really got a lot of fiber in it. And you can cook that in your crock pot, and then you can put it into containers for your refrigerator, and you throw some blueberries in it, frozen blueberries in it, and heat it up in the microwave, and you only have to cook once and feed them lots of times. Coffee's getting to me this morning. So plan your menus. Yeah, it will save you money. Save you a lot of money. And it'll save you a lot of, I titled this show, um, what was it? Finding peace? Something about peace. Do you want to find peace? Finding peace means knowing what's for dinner. Always knowing what's for dinner. Knowing what's for dinner is going to give you so much peace. And being able to plan it and do it without having to stand in the kitchen for an hour and a half cooking. I don't cook anything on high. Y'all, high is not a temperature on my stove. I cook things on low and medium. And sometimes it's so low that if I had a gas stove, it would barely have a flame under it. Sometimes I use my crock pot because I don't even cook hamburger meat on top of the stove. I don't do it. I put it in my crock pot. Robert brings home 6 pounds of good hamburger meat, and I'll put it in the crock pot on high, which is really low on the stove, and I'll add some water to it and stir it every 15 minutes, and I get pre-cooked hamburger meat. Pre-cooked hamburger. So you can utilize, let me give you another example. Say your family likes pinto beans. My family likes pinto beans. And you can take those pinto beans and you can make a big, as my granny would say, pone of cornbread. And you can make some Mexican cornbread out of it with some corn and some jalapenos in it and some cheese. And you can have a big pot of pinto beans. Well, guess what? Refried beans are made from pinto beans. So, later on in the week, you can have tacos or fajitas, and you can take those beans and smash them all up or put them in your food processor. I just smash them up and heat them up in the pan, put them in a casserole dish with some cheese on top. You got bean dip. And you can have tacos or fajitas or enchiladas, whatever you want. But you've utilized something that was going to be left over and turned it in to another meal. Cook once, eat twice. Somebody makes their hamburger in the Instapot. Yeah, I like to keep mine all stirred up though, so it doesn't get lumpy. I don't like lumpy hamburger meat. I'm looking at some of your comments right now. So Fajita Friday, my son and his family love Mexican food. I mean, they live for it. So they're always making nachos. That Justin will cook a bunch of chicken on the grill, and he'll have some leftover chicken, and they'll make nachos out of it and fajitas. And they even have parties with the kids' youth group, and they do fajitas with chicken and steak and just have wonderful get-togethers. If you feed them, they will come. If you feed them, they will come. So, folks, plan your meals. You'll be happy you did. Utilize the little calendar for menu planning. Get it now with a 25% discount. Just look how wonderful this calendar is on the inside. That's the back. I'm going to pull up April in a second. August, I mean. It's enough to write all your menu plans right here. And once you do 1 month, you just move it to the next month. If you use Post-it notes, or you can just copy it to the next month. So you can flip the calendar down and just go 1 week to the next and copy it. Now, we do eat different things in the summertime than we do in the wintertime. But chicken's chicken. And now you can have barbecue chicken instead of roast chicken in the oven. So plan your menus. Maybe you want to utilize meatless Mondays, Taco Tuesdays. Wednesday could be pork or a Cuban sandwich or something. Think about it. Think about cooking with the different types. If you're a vegetarian, then you're on your own. I'm a vegetarian, but I prefer a little meat with my meals. Anyway, folks, y'all have a good day. Yesterday, I didn't come back on at 3 o'clock because we had storms. And it was lightning, and I didn't know when the power was going to go out at any moment. And I just said, somebody's asking what the meat subscription service was. Moink, M-O-I-N-K is one of them, and Butcher Box is another one. Although I've been having trouble with Butcher Box. They've not been showing up fully wrapped. People are stealing things out of them. So I check out Moink. Got something in my eye. Anyway, I will be back on here at 3 o'clock because if it doesn't storm, but it's been popping up these storms. So if you don't see me, you know it's storming. You know it's storming. And I've been trying to get more sleep, y'all. I've been getting about 8 to 9 hours of sleep. And I am really feeling good. So try to get more sleep. Anyway, vegetarian. Yep. I like my vegetables. Don't get me wrong. I like salads. But people aren't serving as many salads anymore. 3 places we used to go eat don't have salad bars anymore. The fish camp doesn't have a salad bar. The pizza place doesn't have a salad bar. Now, there's still a salad bar at the Chinese restaurant, but they serve gloves. They have gloves. Anyway, folks, I love you all. I will see you at 3 o'clock. And get some menus planned today. You're going to feel better having food in the house. Planning the menus is half the battle. The other half is getting the food in the house. So do it now. Do it now. I love you all. And as Miss Gemma would say, yep. And we'll be back here at 3 o'clock. See you later. Bye.